Biden and Kamala accountable just as much as anybody else who will be there. So when you guys ask us to spread the word, please count on us and we will do it. We will be the ones. We will be that bridge that connects Tigray to America and to the Americans that want to turn a blind eye. I will hold myself accountable and try to hold my brother and sister accountable to do research and figure out what we can do. We might not be from there, but we support you. We stand in solidarity on the front lines with you. DMV activists, we hear you. Stand in solidarity.
Here is so there's a lot of people commenting. Yeah. So here's one of the comments what they're saying to you. I love this sister. People are showing their true colors, and innocent people don't deserve anything the previous government did. So they're pointing at you saying, like, you speaking up, you standing out. I wasn't monitoring all the chats, so I apologize. Like, you know what, you were emotional, so I was like focused on your face. But as you talk, you're like very. I mean, I don't want to like get myself in trouble, but you were calm, so I was watching my screen what's coming. So people appreciate what you guys are saying.
Thank you. Thank you.
This means so when we broadcast this, it actually goes internationally.
Okay.
So the people who are watching is actually all over like Middle East, Europe, Australia, and even in Ethiopia.
Yes.
The areas where there's internet access, they're watching us. So
turn that internet access on.
Yeah. So what do you say to specifically to the Tegaru who are in a lot of pain? What's your message?
You got it? I was going to say,
I'll let you go. Yeah.
With unity comes power, and with power comes change. So the Tigray out here, those from Tigray that came out here, they were the warriors that are fighting on your behalf. Those who feel scared to say something, those who do not have the access to say something, there are warriors that are out here. There are soldiers out here crying out on your behalf. And hundreds of Americans, the street was shut down. The guy was heard today. And I hope that you guys heard the guy. And we are proud to stand here in solidarity. So with unity comes power. With power comes change. You wait and you see the power that happens. You will be liberated. What they said, one of the chants that I love, we will die for Tigray.
Die for Tigray.
I've never been there. But the way that I feel and the way that I will continue to feel, as well as my comrades, we would die for Tigray. Why? Because you deserve to have people that will put their life on the line for you, because many have died. Hundreds of thousands have already died because of what's going on, the genocide that is going on in Tigray. So we will continue to hold it down and continue to unify, because with unity comes power. With power comes change, and the change will go directly to Tigray.
That's what I'm talking about.
Another comment that's come through is saying that they appreciate that you actually are using true Christianity.
I'm small.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
I was raised.
You want to ask me a question?
Hello. So I know you are from Somalia. What are you doing today with the Tigray protest?
Today I'm protesting outside here with the DC Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm letting them know today, whatever's happening is a humanitarian crisis. The United States government needs to stand up and they need to speak on what's happening right now. Biden has made a promise to the American people that we are going to interfere and we are going to talk about what's happening in the other countries and what's going on in other climates. It's a genocide that's happening right now in Tigray, and we need to speak. As a Somali woman, I'm talking today about it because it doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, and what you be with. It's about what's happening right now in this movement. This is a genocide that's happening, and it needs to be spoken about.
So you are the Black Lives Matter, Tigray Lives Matter too. So how do you feel? Do you feel proud when we go?
I feel proud every time I step in this plaza right now as a person from the DMV area, as a first generation American, as a first generation American Somali. I feel 100% proud to speak about what's happening right now because I'm standing in the nation's capital. I'm in the pavement that's in front of the White House right now that many people cannot see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I'm saying right now is that what's happening is a crisis. The turnout that we had here today is the same thing I expect from my people when we're going through the same thing. And what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it's genocide. It was a promise that was made that's going to stop. People do not need to live like this. Regardless of who you are, Black Lives Matter goes across the nation. Europe, Africa, Asia, we all matter wherever we're from. And at the end of the day, whether you're from Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, we are the holy people, and this is what matters at the end of the day. In my opinion, at the end of the day, this is the movement, this is the reason why we're speaking. I have my friends over here that are speaking right now and that's fighting for the movement. This is what matters. This is the change that we need to have right now. I'm in front of the White House. The White House, one of the superpowers of the country, of the world. And I'm speaking in front of it, and these people need to go in there and they need to look back and see what's suffering.
Yes.
There's not a reason why we elected Joe Biden as president, and there's no reason why we still have people suffering at the end of the day. The United Nations needs to step up and do their work. They need to do their work, and they need to say what's happening right now. They need to look at us, and they need to say what's happening right now, and they need to do something about it. I don't want that talk. I want something done. It's 2021. We need something done right now.
Great idea. Because you remember what happened in Rwanda? They were late. Within 100 days, not even 100 days, within 30 days, we have lost about 1 million people in Rwanda. They were late to do anything. Right now in Tigray.
In Rwanda, yeah.
Right,
In
Rwanda.
Ethiopia, it's the same thing right now.
Exactly, yeah.
What's happening in Ethiopia, also what's happening in Somalia, nobody wants to talk about. We're in front of the White House, one of the superpowers of the country, of the world. We're standing in front of these people, and how dare they look upon us and not do anything about that. You cannot ask the black vote and not do anything when it comes to the black people. That's all I'm going to say. Because at the end of the day, he's looking at you, and that's what it is. That's what it is, in my opinion.
What did you learn today about Abiy? Do you think, or have you heard any prime minister who invited another country to kill their own people?
I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard that. Coming from the family that I come from in Somalia, genocide, killing, any of that is not okay. It's not okay. When you look at the black folks that are happening over here, right now, as a black folk, as a first generation American Somali, I'm telling everybody to stand up. We need to stand up and make a difference in the whole world. And this is the movement, this is the live, this is what's happening right now. The man that's in this White House begs for our vote. We gave it to him. Where are reparations? What are we doing right now? What is he doing in that house right now that's going to give back to us? 500,000 deaths from COVID. Americans still haven't seen the fucking $2,000 that we were promised. When are we going to get that? When are the Tigrayan people going to get the support that he promised? When are we going to get that? No matter what's happening in there, we shouldn't turn face on what's happening right now in real time.
Exactly.
We lose one child every 2 seconds.
Yes.
One child every 2 seconds under the age of 5. To what? To malnutrition, diarrhea? What are we talking about in Tigrayan? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
This is not okay. Yeah. The man in this house is the one that you have to talk to. And this is the man that's in this house that we voted as a black vote. He begged for our vote. Our people turned out in many, many, many generations to come out here and support this man. Nothing happened.
The Security Council, they have done something in Kosovo.
Cote d'Ivoire, they want to talk about the colonizers who went over there in West Africa. They want to take care of the West African people that were colonized before the British, the Italians, the French that went over there and put the slave trade on the market that created the people. We grew these people's bushes. It's our turn now. We planted the seed for this nation. It's our turn now. I want to see my bushes being grown from whether you're Habesha, Eritrean, like Somali, whatever. I want to see whatever we reaped and sow, whatever our ancestors done. I want to see it in this land. Good. That's all. That's it. That's it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it for your time to be with Cyber Power of Tigray.
My name is Layla Kablah Mahawi. So
say something with Somali and for Somali people for solidarity as well.
Salam alaikum. My name is Layla. My name is Layla Mohammed Kablah Khawi Mohammed. Okay. At the end of the day, my Hoya and my Avo, they come on this earth. They brought me over here. They worked hard to get over here. Whatever's happening in every between, they've taught me to give. They've taught me to give back and give to every single person on this earth and whatever has given. And whatever this man's doing in this house right now is not what he promised us. It's not. It doesn't. I have my friends, they're all right here and they're fighting. These are black people in this country who have had ancestors that were enslaved and they're out here fighting for us. Where are you guys? I want to know at the end of the day, I want to know where you guys stand at the end of the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. Oh, it was live.
Oh, I was live?
cyber power of Tigray. Cyber power of Tigray. Media.
Yes.
Search cyber power of Tigray. So whatever you say, you will find it on YouTube. Cyber power of Tigray. እዚ ትሪእዎ ዘለኹም ኣሕዋት ዋይት ሃውስ እዩ ኣብ ዋይት ሃውስ መፂና ሎማዓንቲ ኩሉ መንእሰያት ኢንተርቪው ገይሮም ኣለዉ ከመይ ፊኒሽ I'm done.
No, don't finish it. Let's talk about it. And then you're gonna go. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have it rotated?
ንዕና እዚ
Okay. No, no, no. Is it? Okay, let's go.
ማይክ ካሳሁን እንግሊዝ
What is it?
cyber power of Tigray.
Cyber power of Tigray.
Cyber power to
Yeah, you have it saved on yours, right?
Yeah.
Or that, yeah.
Okay,
So,
bad.
yep, yep.
Yeah. Anaya.
Nice to meet you, baby.
So at the end of the day, what do we learn today?
Well, what we learned is we brought like various people from all over the United States. Tegaru came united. I estimated a little over 1,000 people today. It was a good turnout. It was very peaceful, but it was more humbling to see young Black Lives Matter movements from other states as well, including Washington, D.C., of course. But I run into a couple of young ladies who are from Ethiopia that came up and spoke passionately that they do not support the genocide, the massacre, and so that was like really.
Okay. Okay, so what's the main purpose of the rally today?
So the rally, the main purpose is basically we want the genocide to stop in Tigray, and we had a letter prepared, obviously, thanks to SJTE, Security Justice for Tigray and Ethiopia. The letter that was prepared has been handed over to the State Department. The State Department actually sent one of their representative met us, and she was she happily accepted our letter. So that was we achieved our goal. The main goal was that for us to be heard with what's happening. But I'm gonna let I'm gonna let her say something too, because what I saw today was amazing. The fact that we want the United States government, the State Department, to hear our voices, our concern, but our troubles with what's happening in Tigray. They did hear us. They sent out one of their representatives, they say, and they took our letter that outlines and details to have Eritrean troops out of Tigray, to have Ethiopian federal troops out of Tigray, and to hold Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki accountable for war crime.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for.
It's from Denver, Colorado.
Here
Yeah.
from Denver. It was a wonderful experience, and the protest was beautiful. Lots of people came over, and it was more exciting because the Oromo protest also.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, where we kind of joined, and it was a very emotional minutes, or like a couple of minutes, and it was wonderful. And we're trying to be heard by everyone. We're trying to be a voice to the voiceless, and I'm thinking we're getting there. We're being heard, and it was good. We came all the way from Colorado, and Mike came all the way from Portland. Washington D.C. is like a big city, and it's not very close to where we are, but we're here because we're tirelessly trying to accomplish something. We're trying to get rid of all this atrocity, looting, rape, and we're trying to get it out of Tigray. And Tigray didn't do anything but voted its own government, and we're being attacked for that with the enemy, with the neighboring country, and the rape is like by the seconds, by the minute. And today there's a new news about hospital of Eider. There was women that were raped, gang raped, and then they're taking them out, and nobody knows where they're taking them out because the international media is getting into Magale, and for that they're hiding them. They're hiding all kind of evidence. So our job is not over. Of course, it's not over. We need to be voice for the voiceless, and we need to talk about what they're hiding. The world have to know what they're doing, and we're here, and I'm happy to be part of it. We're doing all this because we're free to do so, and people in Tigray are not free to do anything. They were actually going door to door, telling them not to talk about rape, not to talk about what they know what happened to them, they're telling them not to talk about it. So we have to tell it for them. We're out here telling it to the world that this is not good. This is not. This is a war crime. This is genocide. This is rape is not a weapon. I mean, they're using all the weapon in the world to kill our people, to shame our people, and to for everything. So we're out here. I'm part of to be the voice for the voiceless. And thank you, Efrem.
Exactly. I mean, last one more thing. I mean, like you said, they are trying to hide all the evidences in Tigray, but the forensic evidence will be the people. That the people of Tigray are watching everything what's going on, and hopefully we will see a lot of that. Something that we didn't see before or we didn't hear before, but today. The main target, the Security Council. What do you expect from the Security Council or from United States to be happening to that?
We want them. I want them to act. We're not out here. We're not screaming, and we're not staying sleepless and sad. And then we're talking about it. We're screaming, and just not. It's not for a recognition. It's not a recognition we're looking for. We need someone to act now. If they don't act, telling the world that yes, this is genocide. Yes, genocide is happening. Yes, Abiy Ahmed needs to go to a criminal court, international criminal. That's not going to help us. If they don't act right now, Tigray needs people, not an action right now. Tegaru needs an action right now. So all we want is an action, for them to take an action. So please stop recognizing it and then act now. And that's what I want. I'm expecting, hopefully, somebody will take an action now and they will do what they say they will do.
Are you satisfied for the crowd today?
Very, very. I'm proud of my people. I'm proud to be Tigrawayti. I'm proud to be from Tegaru. And everybody came. It's not only from Washington, D.C. or the surrounding area, which is Virginia, Maryland, but from all over the state. There were people. California is like a 6 hours flight, and there's people from who flew more than 6 hours. There's people who drove more than 40 hours. I was listening to them. And I'm so proud of our people. And we are working very, very hard to get our people free.
Thank you. Where are you from?
Colorado.
You came from Colorado too.
Yes.
We are proud of you as well.
Thank
so I
you.
heard and I saw a lot of people from Colorado.
Yes.
And myself, I came from Washington. Mike came from Portland, Oregon. So I think it was a very, very, very interesting crowd that I have ever seen before. So I think thank you so much for giving us this briefing with Cyberpower of Tigray, Hirut.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope I will have another interview with you some other time in Tigrinya and in English.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. At the end, maybe if I did not mention anything or you want to say something for Tigray Defense Force, for Tigray Diaspora, for Ethiopian, for Eritrean people, last I will give you 1 minute or two.
Okay. For Tigray people, I just want them to know that their pain is our pain and we feel it. It's just, we're not there, but we feel your pain. We're suffering with you. It's just they're not touching us physically here, but whatever is happening to you feels like it's happening to us. So Ajohum Tegaru, Ajohum TDF, Tigray Defense Force, you're fighting a good fight and keep it up. And Ethiopian troops get the hell out of Tigray. Jesus. Eritrean Layabu, get out of Tigray. I mean, it's a poor country. Your country is poor. It's not because of Tigray, Addo. It's because of your dictator, hateful government. He's the one who's getting you to with the situation you're in. It's not us. So get out of Tigray, please. Thank you.
Thank you. هيرتي بتاعنا قنيلنا مسانا زنبرك صانحيت قرعة لنا زحفتي كولورادو متسخز بريفينج زي سلاز حكرنا خبرتي حبلنا خلي جزي مسانا حساب نراكب دحان وعلي سايبر باور اوف تግራይ مدلاونا لما عنتي او زودينا لنا صباح ساعات حد حساب نراكب دحان وعلو تشاو